It's a little bit darker. Wow. Well, I'm just trying to make the background a little bit clearer, but it's not my face that matter anyway. What matters is the screen that I'll be sharing for everybody to see. So first, let me share the link for every one of us. Okay.
Don't shout.
I want to share the link to the group. Yes. I'm live already. Okay. The link. Two minutes more. Yes, this is 4 o'clock. Am I right? 1 minute to 4. So it's 4 o'clock. Let's see who will come in first. This is 4 o'clock on dot.
It's not sharp. This is the last one.
No, it was sharper last week. I don't know. Something's wrong with my screen or something.
be led to come back to.
Hmm?
Seems to be led to come back to.
So maybe you go on.
Sorry.
This is a little bit darker. I don't know why. But just like I said, it's not my face that matters, but what
40.
the participants will be getting. I welcome you to today's class. Let's just give some moment for others to join us. Let's just give some moment, maybe like 5 minutes or maximum of 15 minutes, between 5 and 15 minutes. Let's just wait for others. So once it is exactly uh, 4:05, I'll kick off. Since it's a class that is recorded, so any other person that join us can meet us where we are, or possibly they watch the replay. So you are welcome to the class. Um, just 3 more minutes to kick off. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. You are welcome on board. I'm just trying to wait for the next 2 minutes. So once it is 4:05, we start. Once it is 4:05, we start. Just like according to the flyer shared, today we are looking at fundamentals of WordPress. I want to believe that as many of us that partook in the last week class, one way or the other, we have gained something. I don't know if you have gone through the manual that was posted on the platform on my website, the blog Fundamental of Digital Marketing. If you are here to go through it, take your time, go through the manual. If you have any question, feel free to drop it on that same blog page, or you chat me up, but let it be strictly based on the information shared. So we are looking at fundamentals of WordPress today. And in the next 1 minute, we'll be starting. The next 1 minute, we are starting. This is 4:04, 1 minute to go. So this is 4:05. So once again, I welcome as many of us are here already to the class of today. My name is Femi Anyodipe. I welcome us once again. And just like I introduced myself last week, for some of us who don't know why the class is going on, I told us last week and I'm saying it again. This is coming from the Equippers Christian House Ministry as a way of giving back to the society and at the same time to appreciate God for my birthday and that of my wife that is coming up in September. So we do this once in a while to bless lives and to say thank God for the opportunity given unto us to be who we are. So to rely on as a tool in your hand uh, to become better and to make money for yourself. So for the The manual we are using for today's class has been drafted and dropped on my website. The purpose of this is so that from your hand, you can start the class, you can always go back to it and go through it in details. And because today's class requires practical, so I've made it easier for us to enjoy the class, even though I'll be taking us through some practical aspect of designing a website. I've made it easier. I dropped some videos from my paid class. I dropped some of the video on my blog post so that at the end of the day, you can watch those videos, practice with them, and become better in the area of what we are here to do today. So I want to share my screen to start. I'll be sharing my screen. So I'm going to, all right, I'll be sharing this. All right, so I want to believe that we can see this screen. How do I get to this place? Just from your end, maybe later, go to empowertoacquire.com. Empowertoacquire.com. That's our website. Just one of our websites. Over your mouse, over the pages, click on blog. Once you click on blog, it brings you to a blog post. And because of today's class, the last post for the blog is the note I dropped here for today's class, which is fundamental of WordPress. Fundamental of WordPress. Fundamental of WordPress. Okay. So, what is WordPress? What exactly is WordPress? Let me open it so that we see it in details. When we say WordPress, what do we mean? What do we mean? What can it do? What are the functions of WordPress? Why is it better than other CMS? Everything, we'll be looking at it briefly in today's class. Let the page open. All right. So this is WordPress. So just like I had that question, what is fundamental of WordPress? Taking a look at the fundamental of WordPress, WordPress is a powerful and versatile content management system that powers over 40% of all websites on the internet. Whether you're a beginner looking to create your first blog or an experienced developer building complex website, WordPress offer a very powerful tool for you to achieve your desired goal. One thing I like to tell people, especially my students, is let's look at it. WordPress is a CMS, a content management system. All right, there are loads of content management systems, but WordPress is one of them. And not just one of them, is the most reliable, the most recognized, and I tell you, it is the best of all the CMS, content management system. And why do I say it's the best? If a system can power over 40% of all the websites on the internet, that tells you that that system is useful. It's more recognized than majority of all that is in the same category with it. So once again, what is WordPress? WordPress is a CMS, a powerful CMS, all right, that powers over 40% of all the websites on the internet. It started as a blogging platform as far back as 2003, but has evolved into a full feature CMS. It started like ordinary blog. It allows users to create and manage websites with ease. It offers a range of theme, plugin, and customization options. It's an open source software, that is, it is free to use. When you need WordPress, you don't need to pay. You only need to pay for the training to know how to use it. But normally, you don't need to pay before you have WordPress. Okay, you don't need to pay to have WordPress. It's a free source and it's a free open source software that once you have it, you get it. Once you know how to get it, you have it and you begin to use it. So in the class of all the CMS, why did we choose WordPress to be the option to use? So let's see some of the reasons why WordPress is good or is better than other CMS. Number one of them is it is user-friendly. WordPress is known for its intuitive interface and ease of use, making it accessible for beginners, flexible and extensible. With thousands of themes and plugins, you can customize your site to meet any need or design performance. All right. What is theme? What is plugin? Plugins are tools that you use in building your website. While a theme are the structural representation of your website. Okay. Structural representation of your website. Please open this thing here. I want to show you are seeing it. All right. So that is also SEO friendly. You can go out and come in again. Let's see. It is SEO friendly. WordPress is optimized for search engine out of the box, and numerous SEO plugins can enhance your site visibility. WordPress is also one of the CMS that support SEO. Okay, it supports SEO. It is SEO friendly. So when you design your website with WordPress, you have assurance that people will definitely see you on the internet. Okay, people will definitely see you on the show, right? Okay. Then there is a strong community support. When you are using WordPress, there is a strong community support. A large active community provides a wealth of resources, tutorials, and support forum. Because it is the number of people using it are so large, because of that, there are so many communities that are available to support you in the understanding of how to make use of WordPress to the fullest. All right. Now, how do we set up a WordPress site? How do we set up a WordPress site? Hello? All right. So how do we set up a WordPress site? So setting up a WordPress site involves several steps, from choosing a hosting provider to configuring your site setting, and I'll be showing you a step-by-step on how that is done. I'll be showing you a step-by-step on how that is done. Number one, what is domain? Originally, it's not showing. Okay. I want to believe that people are seeing me. So let me do something. I'll open I want us to be on the same page. This is a live YouTube class, so I don't want it to show by you guys are not following, especially those who took the time to be here on time. Um, I just for messages. So please, before we go too far, all right, before we go too far, I believe you can see me. If you can see me from where you are, please let me be sure on the platform. Just drop a note and let me be sure that you are seeing the screen from here. I can see myself perfectly well. I can see my sharing screen. Okay, just let me know. For some of us who are in here already, if you are seeing me as I am talking now, please drop the message on the platform. All right. We are not seeing anything. Okay. Can you see it there? I'm seeing myself and I'm okay. Let me check from here. But you can hear me. Please, I want to receive message from other person. Somebody said we are not seeing anything. Any other person there? Yes, we can now. It was blank before. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You are now visible. All right. God bless you. Thank you. So let's go. Setting up a WordPress site. For you to set up a WordPress site, you need a domain and hosting. You need a domain and hosting. What is a domain? Domain is the name of your, like your address. I'll be relating our website with our regular and the physical house. The same way you have your physical house is the same thing as your website. The only difference is one is virtual, another one is physical. So your own house where you reside have address. So that address is the same thing as your domain, which is the address of your virtual house. Then hosting. Hosting is where your house, your physical house is located, resides. Okay. So your hosting is where your virtual house is located, where you put all the files, all the document that belongs to that domain on the internet space. And there are loads of hosting company on the internet. What I encourage people to do is, if you are looking for an hosting company, look for a reliable one that fits your budget. I just list some of the one I use personally here, which it's not bad if anybody can do the same thing. If anybody can do the same thing. Okay. All right. Thank you. Segura said, I can see it. God bless you. So, Sister Lizzie, I know you will see it. Maybe you have a delay from your network there. So, you need a domain and hosting to have a website. You need an hosting and a domain to have a website. You can buy a domain. In as much as you don't have any hosting plan, you don't have a website. You can have hosting. In as much as you don't have a domain, you don't have a website. The moment you have a domain and hosting and you marry them together, then you automatically have a website. Now, having these two does not mean that you have designed your website, but you have a website. The only thing is, people get to that address when you give it to them, they won't see anything. And you will agree with me that when you buy a piece of land at a particular location, that land you just bought have address already. But because you are yet to build anything on it, automatically people will get there, they will not see anything. But that does not mean you don't have a property. You have a landed property. until you start building before people begin to see the beauty of what you are building. All right. So the same way, when you buy hosting and you buy domain, you marry them together. Okay, they become one. Automatically, you have a website, but not until you start designing, building, before the beauty of your website come to limelight. Okay, so for some of us who will be going through the blog post later, there's a video here which you can watch from your site. Okay, I wouldn't want us to do that now, but I intentionally put it there for you to watch at your convenience. So once, for the purpose of this class, I'm going to give us a website you can use to practice. Okay, I'm going to give you a website you can use to practice. But before then, let me just run through the test so that we are on the same page. So once you buy hosting and domain, okay, you marry them together, you have a website. So from your hosting company, which is like Omonile, let me use it like that in quote. From the hosting company, you go to your control panel, okay? When you go to your control panel, there is a place called website in some of the hosting company. In some other, you look for Substaculous app installer. In some other, you look for Substaculous app installer. Okay, I use the one that if you are using Namecheap, if you are using Namecheap, you are using Bluehost, you are using SiteGround, definitely what you will see is Substaculous app installer. Okay, but if you are using Hostinger, you just see website. So once you go to this place, you then install WordPress inside your website. And immediately you install WordPress, don't forget, WordPress is content management system. That means anything you want to put inside your website is like a tool, or like I used to tell my student, don't mind me, I like to come to the barest minimum for to make it easy for people that I'm talking to understand. So to my student, I describe WordPress as an engineer, a contractor that want to help you to build your house. When you have a contractor and you hand over the designing, the construction of your house to him or her, you will agree with me that such engineer or contractor, we have access to a bricklayer, we have access to a digger, we have access to a carpenter. Who are those people that will help in the long run as laborers to do the work for you to have the kind of the house that you want? So in the same way, WordPress stands like an engineer, like a contractor, through which other tools, other engineers, other small laborers, artisans will come on board to build your house. And who are those other small laborers? Who are those artisans? They are called plugins. And that's why I said I describe plugins as tools you use in building your website. So, like I tell people also, there is nothing you want to achieve on your website that you cannot achieve. The only thing is you need to know the tools to use to achieve it. So in as much as you don't know the actual and the right plugin to use, then you will say it's not possible. Once you know the right tools, the right plugin to use, then you begin to see those things that appear impossible before, you begin to see them coming to limelight and to reality in your website. All right? So I'm going to take us through how you install WordPress in that free website I said. But let me just go through this so that you will not miss out. So you go to Substaculous app installer and you install WordPress on your website. So once that is done, then we come to how you install theme, your install theme, starter template if possible, and other things. So these are just the notes. So let's go to the practical and see how it is being done. But I tell you, what you have here on the blog as note It's the same thing. You want to go in now to go and carry out to see how it is being done step by step. This website I want to share with you gives you opportunity to practice web designing, all right, from time to time until you become perfect. Okay, all right, until you have enough resources to say you want to buy your hosting and your domain. The only thing is I will not encourage you to just go right. I mean, go ahead and pay for the premium on this side, because if you just go and pay for the premium, it won't give you the expertise that you need to have. And the website again is Taste WP. Taste WP. I'm using Taste WP for the purpose of some of us. There are other tools you can use. Like I have environment I give out to my students, like XAMPP, WAMP, Laragon, and the likes. But it's not all systems that accommodate those environments. All right, it's not all systems that accommodate those environments. If you are using those environments, you don't need internet to create a website. You just do it directly from your system, either that you have internet or not. The only time you have to use internet is when you need to go online, okay, to get some things. Immediately you get them, as well as some tools like some plugins. Immediately you get them, you log out of your internet and you continue with whatever you are doing. So coming to this website, all you just need to do is sign up. I will encourage you to sign up. The reason is, if you sign up, any website you design, all right, it expires exactly 7 days after you create it. If you don't sign up, the same website you create expires 3 days. Is it 3 days or 24 hours? Other 3